Okay, let's hope this works this time. Because apparently, OBS hates me. So let's try again. Okay. Okay, new game. Hey! I see an annoying girl run towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kinda works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase me down like this, I almost feel better off running away. No running away from Sayori, she's too cute. That's so mean. I don't really like the MC. He's not mean, but he's not very considerate of Sayori, which I dislike, you know? He's not like a mean person. He's good to Natsuki and Yuri and even Monica and especially Sayori at times. He's concerned about her, but he doesn't always concern himself with her. You know what I mean? Like he gets concerned when she gets sad or is acting unusual in his eyes. But how do I put this? He doesn't really see her a lot of the time. He sees her bubbly persona. Okay, where was I? However, I just let Cyan idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you in time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that as if you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Helen. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. That's so rude. That's so rude. I feel like that's rude. It feels rude, you know? This MC is really rude. Okay, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it into you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the street becomes increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Helen, have you decided on joining a club yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. God, that is so... MC is so rude to Sayori. It kinda grinds my gears. Like, MC's not... Like, he gets better as time goes on, but he's so rude to Sayori, dismissing her and, not listening to her, even just because she's kinda airheaded and she talks about a lot of stuff. It's just... Come on, MC, do better. Do better. Or I will steal all the girls from you. It's my time. They're my girls now. Sarah likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I was worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Yeah, that's a little rude too, but I kinda get it. I'm kind of a NEET. No education, or employment something. I don't remember what the last letter is. No, education, employment, something. I need to look this up. What does NEET mean? What does NEET mean? NEET. Not in education, employment, or training. Okay. Yeah, that's me right now. I'm definitely a NEET. I spend all my time at home. It's not good for you. Really, education or employment or something, it needs to be done. I'm trying to find employment. I'm really scared of it. I'm just doing whatever. Anyways, let's get back to the story. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if that makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? A little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? She's not carefree, though. Like, he seems to think she's carefree, and he doesn't seem to understand as much as he should about her for being her childhood best friend, you know? And that kind of irks me a little bit. He doesn't seem to actually understand her. And I get part of that's for the shock factor of later. But I wish he was written more. I wish he wasn't so dismissive of Sayori specifically. It's very annoying to me. He's not dismissive as much as time goes on, but he starts out kind of dismissive, and honestly, I just wish he didn't. He annoys me right now, at this moment. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. Do it. She knows what's best right now. Kind of. Not really. No, she doesn't. She's very manipulative. Some ways. Not in like a bad way, but like Sayori is very good at getting what she wants. And we'll see this later, which I think will be really interesting to delve into if I do I want to do a full talk about DDLC, because I love this game. So I figured it'd be interesting to like analyze the characters live, and then later, while I'm editing, like take notes, and then make a whole video about it. About each character, maybe separately, or about the whole game together. I think that might be interesting. I really like this game. This game is so fun. It's so fun! It's so scary in some ways. Like, it's very much a shock factor game. But it has a lot of depth underneath it. And I feel like a lot of people don't have... like, they don't understand that. Like, they mostly think Monica is evil, and, there is a depressed airhead, and Yuri's just a knife waifu, and Natsuki's just your standard tsundere who kinda has abuse issues. But, like, they're more than that, too, you know? And I think that shows a lot in this game if you have a good amount of media literacy. Not to say that they don't have some amount of media literacy, just like, no, they don't. I'm hearing myself. They don't have that much media literacy to see deeper into the thing, in my opinion. Where was I? Oh, right. I gotta continue playing the game. I guess seeing her worry about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything in her head. She does. She exaggerates everything in her head. He's got that right. She's very much an exaggerator. And that's because of depression. Yeah, I feel that. I exaggerate a lot of things because my anxiety and depression, it's like, oh, this is the end of the world. And no, it's not. No, it will not be. Me making a phone call. It's the end of the world. No, it's not. Calm the fuck down. I hate phone calls though. They suck. They suck a lot. So annoying, so annoying. I am annoyed by a lot of things. Annoyed and scared by a lot of things. But that's kind of life, you know? Anyways. Woo, we're in the classroom! The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Ooh, that's kind of real. I do that sometimes. I don't have motivation for things a lot of the time, mostly because of depression and anxiety and just general bleh. But I think MC might be a little depressed, to be honest, because he stays inside and he doesn't stuff besides anime and video games, which like is just fine. But some of the ways he talks, like without an ounce of motivation, or like some of the ways he talks about depression, feels like someone who's depressed but doesn't know that much about it. But, you know, it's all up to interpretation and all that, and maybe I'm wrong. Motivation can come from a lot of different places, and so does lack of motivation. So, it's always interesting to see. Like, he's content in his life and not striving for more, and sometimes that's okay. But sometimes that's depression. It really depends. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come in the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Am I doing that voice okay? I hope so. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Know what? This is Sayori's manipulation. This is where it comes in. It's so clever, I think, because she knows how to hook him because they're childhood friends. She knows how to hook him well, and she knows how to keep him interested. And also because he's kind of a weird boy. He's kind of that stereotypical boy who's like, ooh, food, and then ooh, pretty girls. I probably wouldn't do that, but I love literature, so I would join a literature club. Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Beanie. There is the vice president of the literature club, the literature club, the literature club, book club, literature club. Not that I was aware that she had any interest in literature. I find this interesting because she clearly has an interest in literature, but she, at least in poetry, and showing her feelings in that way, but she is very careful about not showing it, especially to MC. She's very careful of just making sure no one actually knows what's going on with her. And it's weird. No one actually seems to know her fully, which is kind of sad and probably makes her depression worse, if I'm being honest. She wants to stop being a burden, and I really understand that, but you have to be a burden to people for them to get to know you. Sometimes, you know? In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. I do love the after story, the DDLC Plus side stories, where it goes more into why she started the club with Monica, because I think it's really interesting. And Sayori does not have that much of an interest in literature besides poetry, but she loves learning, and she loves trying to learn about it, at least. She loves, what's the word? There's this one side story where she is trying to understand one of Yuri's huge fantasy books. And I think she loves learning about her friends and learning about their interest. And it really shows a lot in why she started the literature club in some ways. Because she wanted to be friends with Monica, and she wanted to help her achieve her own dream. Because she doesn't believe that she can achieve hers, but she knows she can help other people achieve theirs. Yeah, I think that's right. That seems right. It feels right to me. It makes sense. And she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club. She inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyways? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. This is her manipulation, because she knows he knows he values this kind of stuff a little bit, like promises, and I don't know, it's hard to explain to me, from me. I'll figure it out. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I'm pretty sure she's cunning. She definitely planned this out. She plans out a lot of things in the game, besides hers, you know. She plans out, basically the part of the game where she wants the MC to have other friends. She plans out the beginning of the game a lot, and she plans out, how MC makes friends a lot. I don't know how to explain it. She's very cunning in ways you wouldn't expect from her personality, and I think that's part of why she's such a good character. Because she's not just an airhead, and even though it says that stuff like on the merch and stuff too sometimes, like there's the airheaded horseman merch for Halloween, which I thought was really funny, but she acts kinda dumb, and of course she's probably not smart in some ways, but she is smart in others, and she tries to understand. And she tries to craft these plans. She's very good at crafting plans for things. Okay. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! What voices am I gonna do for the others? Because I can't do voices. Yeah, that's fair. I love that line. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I would also sell my soul for a cupcake. If it was also pretty girls, maybe. No. I probably wouldn't. Maybe garlic bread. I really like garlic bread. And that's a joke. That's a little bit of an inside joke. Not for me. I'm asexual. This is asexuals love garlic bread kind of thing. I don't know. I thought it was funny, but I have to explain it, so it's not funny. Fuck. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third years and classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. What voice should I give Yuri? Maybe a deeper one? Or like a shy one? Like, welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meeting you. Yeah, I think that's it. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Yeah, I think that lower one is good for Natsuki. Way to kill the atmosphere. What about for Monica? I could just use my regular voice, but I'm already using that for MC. Helen, what a surprise. What a nice surprise. Yeah, that kind of cadence, at least, I think, is good. Welcome to the club! All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. But you know what? They're all 18. For legal reasons. Yes, they're definitely all 18. I like the idea that they're all 18, because I like them. But that's an excuse to lewd them too. It's a little bit of an excuse. I'm pretty sure they do say they're all in the same grade though. She's just really tiny. She's really tiny. Natsuki is like 4'11". I'm 5 feet. I'm taller than her. I don't know how I'm taller than anyone. I am short. I am a short person. I can't reach this like ever. Natsuki, why are you so short? 2 inches lower than me. Ish. I don't know. She's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she's moody. She gets moody. Honestly, Sayori, that's a little rude. Sayori says that quietly into my ear and turns back towards the other girls. I think it's rude, but also it makes sense. Because Natsuki is not as open as anyone else because of her past and her friends, her father. But, so she does get a little, I guess you could say moody, but more closed off is the term I'd use. Yeah, more closed off. And she's like, They're all so cute! Look at all of them! Anyway, this is Natsuki, full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. I love how they specify she's the smartest in the club, because everyone seems to think Monica is the smartest in the club, like the top student. I think that's because she's president, but I'm pretty sure Yuri being the smartest in the club is really interesting. Like, she probably has the best grades, but she's alone a lot of the time, and probably because she's studying. She's studying or reading instead of making friends, you know? God, I did that sometimes. Mostly reading. I was not very good at making friends as a kid. I would just let my brothers make friends, and then they would be my friends. Having 3 to 4 brothers in the same school as you kind of helps with that. The making friends part when I'm not very good at it. Also, look at me in the corner. Yuri! Yuri! Natsuki. Natsuki. Sayori. Yuri. Sayori? Sayori? Sayori. Sayori. That's more how you would say it in Japanese, I think. I don't know. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. He does. That's fair, honestly. That's a fair assessment. Sayori and Natsuki are very energetic and, what's the word? They're very energetic and outgoing, is the word. But Yuri is honestly neither of those things. She's very quiet, she's very, she's lonely. She's very quiet and she's very introverted, and because she doesn't have, like, any friends besides the club, she's very lonely in different ways. And she seems to prefer a smaller friend group, but, you know, having friends is important. Okay. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Helen. Monica, 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 love Monica. Dear heart, I wish you could romance Monica, but you can't. That's kind of the point. And I love the difference in the sprites with everyone else being kind of sideways and she being facing entirely forward, because it gives her a little bit less, somehow it gives her a little bit less depth while making it seem like I don't know how to describe it. Like, the sideways ways make it the illusion of more depth in the characters. That's why most visual novel things are a little sideways. But this one with Monica makes it more up front and like you're actually talking to a person in a way. Because people don't, like, talk like this, like looking off in the side. Or like with their head turned and then they're looking, you can't see my eyes, but they're looking at the camera, and it's weird. It's an uncomfortable position. Most people will talk to you face to face like this, like forward. And I think it's really interesting, and it also is just a sign of her awareness beforehand. I need to stop saying her awareness beforehand. How long has it been? Only been 20 minutes? Only been like 30 minutes? Damn. Great to see you again, Helen. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. Which, yeah, she kinda is. She's out of his league, but she loves everyone regardless. And I think that's nice. Like, she loves you for you, no matter what. And she also just, part of it is she loves the idea of art reality, but I think she does genuinely love the player in a way. She doesn't know them that well, but I think if she got to know them, she would still love them. Like, and that might just be wishful thinking, because I really love Monica. Like, I am in love with all of these girls. All of these girls were my first crush. Monica was my very first crush, and then I immediately went, ooh, these are all of these are my crush. All of these make my heart flutter a little bit. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Helen. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. And as Sayori mentioned, there's a widened space so that it's been widened. Blah, it's As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches up back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh! Ooh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Oh, that's amazing. I was gonna say adorable, but she kind of hates that. It is adorable, but I get why she hates that terminology, because it's often used as a way to be belittling, or like, oh, that's so cute, like in a kid way. So I can get why she doesn't like that. Okay, let's go. The whiskers are drawn on with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Oh, you can see that, and I kind of want to pull up a picture of that. Ignore Reddit. No, never mind. I wanna. There's a picture on Monika's Twitter. That's actually, I will go get it up. I want to show you guys because I think it's really cute. I love the Monika Twitter account because there's a lot of different like things on it that make it really cute. Where is it? There's one. No, it wasn't the Monika Twitter. It was something else. But there is a Valentine's Day one that's really cute. I'll show you. Look how cute that is! Look. Buff Natsuki in the corner. Buff Suki. This is so cute, her making stuff. But I think it was on the... yeah, let me check something. I have all of the pictures on my computer because I am a nerd. Come on, let's find it. Jins. Come on, where are you? I have a lot of cute images of the DDLC girls. They're all so cute. The one where... I should really make a folder for official ones. Because I got a lot of fan art on here too. But I just love all of the... Here it is. Here it is. Look! This is the cupcakes she makes. I think they're so cute. The cupcakes she makes. Cuteness you can bake is a cocoa cat cupcake. Create the perfect treat for recruiting new club members. Natsuki's cocoa cat cupcake mix comes complete with everything you need to make your very own cat cupcake, just like Natsuki. Meow. I can do a really good cat impression. But I love the little, this was like an April Fool's thing, so it's not actually real, but I love the little, the illustration of the cat cupcake, because I think it's so cute, and it really looks like what I imagine it would in the game. Includes ears, eyes, and icing. I love all the little details. Little chibi Natsuki, little Doki in the corner. It's just so cute. Anyways, we should probably get back to the game. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full, having already managed to get icing on her face. Yeah, she's a sweet fiend. I think that might be because she has such a little energy because of the depression that sweets cause a lot of different things to happen in your body when you eat them, including endorphins. I think that's the word. Sweets cause fuck. Words have escaped my mouth and made their way away. Anyways, I think Sayori eats a lot of sweets partially because she needs the endorphins. She needs to be able to feel good. The serotonin. She needs the serotonin that sugar often brings to make you feel happy, and probably also the energy that sugar will often bring to make her seem so peppy. I feel like that's part of how she stays so peppy, is she eats a lot of sugary stuff and just like a hummingbird. She's always on the sugar. I turn the cupcake around in my finger, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. I would die to try one of Natsuki's cupcakes. I wouldn't actually. I'm trying not to say stuff like that. But I would love to taste Natsuki's cupcakes. It would be so good. Guys, it would be so good. She's such a good cook. She's such a good baker, I think. Because like her cupcakes are really good and is just so passionate about it. And that's something I love. I love that she's passionate about things, like, so heavily. It's very interesting. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Huh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you, you know, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. The sound is gone. It's gone. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. Why is the sound gone? Did I turn it off by accident? No. My headphones disconnect? No. Where did the music go? Not showing up on the desktop audio either. Fuck. Try. Save. Let's try resetting. Okay, come on. Look at my Slay the Princess background in the meantime. Okay, that got the audio back. That's good. Game. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. No, that's the wrong voice. Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Monica, that's kind of rude. But yeah, that's kind of rude. I feel like she wouldn't act like that if she knew they were real, because she seems to think that because she is aware she is the only one that is a real person, and that's how she justifies all the horrible things. But in reality, I believe that all of the girls are real in some way, and that, what's the word? What's the way to say that? I don't know, it's just, I believe all of the girls are real and sentient in some way, especially since, when Sayori gets her own sentience, she does, similar things to Monica, but when Sayori gets her own sentience, it's very clear that she's had it the whole time, she just didn't know about the stuff that happened until then. So it's really interesting. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and excited for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could have probably been a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about budget and It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity. It feels like nothing about arguing about the budget and the publicity. Why is my brain like this? And the publicity, and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encouraged others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica's really a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in your club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it comes to something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we'll all really grow at this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Helen, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking, after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorite are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. I love that this is part of her. I feel like people don't recognize this as much because she loves fantasy. Like people are always like, oh yeah, she loves horror, but she loves fantasy a lot more, I think. She loved these complex worlds that people build, the world building, the... I'm not used to talking this long. My throat's a little dry. Drinking old soda. Bad idea. Yeah. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing. And I think that's such a cool way to introduce part of her character. Like, in the side stories, they talk about Yuri's really complicated book that she sews Sayori. Has, like, different... like, Sayori needs a chart to get through it. And I think that's so interesting. It shows how he loves complicated stuff so much. And she's a very complex person. And she loves knowing about the world and knowing about different worlds in as much detail as possible so she can imagine herself in them, I think. So she can imagine every part of the world in clarity. And I think that's really nice. I mean, she can definitely imagine that without the stuff, but the more clear the world is described, I think the better people can imagine it. Imagine what the author really means. And also just fantasy with, like, huge deep depths of stuff is really fun. I love it so much. So anyways, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Exactly. That's what I mean. She finds these foreign worlds so impressive, and because she doesn't like this world a lot, I think that helps her with escapism a lot. She definitely has escapism stuff. A little bit of a issue with too much escapism, but I kind of understand that. It's hard to live in this world. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. It's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. I love that. She's so cute. I love when people do that. I love when people go on crazy rants about whatever they're passionate about. That's what I'm doing. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Going on long rants and their eyes light up and they get, like, so happy. It's so good. I'm gonna do one of those about Doctor Who at some point. You will know I do that. I love Doctor Who so much. Like, I'm doing that right now about DDLC, but I will probably have a whole video just about one episode of Doctor Who at a time. About why I love it, you know? Anyways. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Foreshadowing! I love foreshadowing as a tool to foreshadow things. I forgot what the meme is. Foreshadowing is a literary device. It's amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to throw you for a loop. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp at something I can relate to on a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't expect that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I love this part, because I think people really forget it. Yuri is very gentle. She's a very gentle person, both in her interactions and her, because she's so anxious, I think. And just in general, she's a very gentle person. She tries her best to be gentle while speaking and quiet and just calm. But she doesn't always succeed, but she's always a little gentle in that way. And I think people forget that. They're always, like, there's this one mod called Just Yuri, where she's always so aggressive about Monica at the end, about what Monica did, and I'm like, that, I kinda get it, but also that doesn't seem like in character, because she's supposed to be gentle, and honestly, she seems like she would be more understanding because she's, so, what's the word? She just seems like she'd be more understanding than is portrayed in that kind of mod. It's an interesting mod. I don't really like it, but if you want to check it out, then I would suggest checking it out. Although some of the old devs did some pretty bad things, so it got banned from the subreddit. But, you know, you can find it other places. I play it sometimes, but not too much. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes you think, or takes me to another world, I can't really put it down. I really can't put it down, blah. Really, horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh? Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything about you is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulder. I'm not cute! Yeah, I can kind of get why Natsuki doesn't like being called cute. I think she sees it as belittling. Like, because you call children cute. Like, you're like, oh, that's so cute, in a way that, like, you don't take it seriously. So I can really see why she doesn't like that word. It's not an insult, but it could definitely be seen that way by her, specifically. And it can definitely be seen that way by other people sometimes, too. Or, like, as... like, oh, that's so childish, or something like that. And she wants to be taken seriously. She is desperate to be taken seriously. She really is. She wants, people to take her and her hobbies and her love and passion about things seriously, which is fair, because passion is just... it's such an amazing thing. Yuri and Natsuki are both very passionate about things, and I think that shows a lot in their characters. It's very opposite things, but they try, and they try. They're very opposite passionate, but they also have similar passions in some other ways, just because of it. They're similar in other ways just because of how passionate they are. And how they like their passions to be taken seriously, because Natsuki doesn't always take Yuri's passions as seriously as she probably should, because it's like, oh, it's just a high schooler who wants to be an adult and look fancy and have all these fancy adult stuff, but that's how she views it a lot of the time, I think. But it's not how Yuri views it, and it's not how Yuri is. Although, I think at one point Yuri says she did like manga in the past, so... oh. One sec, I'm getting a phone call. Okay, we're back. Woo! Sorry, I had a medical phone call. Just gonna cross my legs, because I love crossing my legs. Okay, so where were we? God. Was I talking about something, or was I playing the game? I'm just gonna go back to playing the game. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Doki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very competent writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. It's the truest form of writing, right for oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Yes. I think that's a really good tip for writing. You have to... You can write for other people, but I think first and foremost you should write for yourself. And then you should find a way to just show it to other people, and if they don't like it, that's their problem. Yeah, if they don't like it, that's their problem. And it's just like, it's your... Ah, my throat's getting hurt. I'm not used to talking this long. But, what was I saying? I think writing for yourself and showing all your vulnerabilities and your thoughts can really help with things like anxiety and depression. And how do I put this? I just think it's useful, and I think it's interesting. It makes for interesting art, and it makes for art that people can relate to. Because if you're not putting yourself into the art, then like, what's the point? What's the point? There's nothing there. It doesn't seem like there's anything there anymore. It doesn't seem like anything it doesn't feel as meaningful, is what I mean. So, let's continue. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel more comfortable to share hers. I guess it's the same for you, Yuri. Aw, I want to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now we have a new member. I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Helen? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forward with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sarah may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. This is so rude. It's like, I never decided to join. Fuck you guys. Sorry. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I can kinda get it though, he wants to look around at other clubs, but like, it feels so rude. I would just immediately be like, yeah, I guess I'm a club member now. That's a me thing though, I'm a little bit of a pushover. I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Helen. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's it. If writing the poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sarah wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really came just for cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Aw, thanks, guy, I guess. No, that was... My throat's getting dry. I'm probably gonna stop when we get the first club thing. First poem. Okay, everyone. I think we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Helen, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Helen, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Soraya and I never walk home together anymore, because she always stayed for after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. They're so cute! Look at them! Alright, cute. They're amazing. They're all so beautiful. Will I really be happy spending every day at school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow close to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Sometimes good things happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, we're gonna save here. And oh, my computer's really hot. I think we're gonna stop here for now. I think we're gonna stop here for now. What, did the game capture work? Fuck, it did. That's fucking stupid. Why does it hate me? Okay, but I think we're gonna stop there. I think we might chat for a little bit though. Yes, I want to quit. Okay, let's go to our chatting. Break. Don't break on me, OBS. I hate you when you do that. Big Helen! This one's actually A. I like to name them. This is A, and then there's B, C, and D. But today's an A day. Maybe another day I'll be another character. Well, they're not really characters. They're more facets of myself. Right now, they're just myself. But I want to, do different things with them. Like, for A, I want to talk about games. Like, with DDLC, I love talking about the game. And I love gaming. I love playing it. And I want to make a deeper analysis of it at some point. I need to get water next time. I have no water. But I want to do an analysis on it, and I want to talk about it with everyone, because I think that's interesting, and I am excited to see how that goes. Let's get even bigger. Even bigger. Yes, I'm huge. I'm huge, 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 huge. Oh, oh. I can get even bigger by staring at you. Getting closer to the... I can get even bigger by getting closer to the camera. Hehehe, now I'm huge. He, 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 he. Oh, also, I love this background. It's so cute. Like, look at it. What was I thinking? Uh, There's my mouse. What was I talking about? This is why I need ADHD. That call earlier was actually about ADHD medications and how I need to take them. So, let's... Okay, I think I'm gonna stop here, but it's been a lot of fun talking to people and having fun. So, thank you so much for coming and existing. And thank you guys so much for everything. Even if no one's here, I had a lot of fun. Bye!